on this Wallet Wednesday, we're talking retirement. It's never too early to talk about putting money aside for your future.
Yeah, but times are tough. In fact, sometimes people are even unretiring because they need more money later in life. I spoke with Rita Ossoff, the Vice President of Retirement Products at Fidelity Investments, about how it may be time to reimagine how to save for retirement. Rita, appreciate the time. Let's start with what the study found. What did the study find about retirement?
Our study found that 66% of Americans have become much more intentional about their retirement goals. And the major driver of that is really the pandemic. Additionally, people are redefining what they want retirement to look like. And our study found that 2/3 of Americans now look forward to working for pleasure and would prefer a phased retirement. But there are things that come up that can hinder your savings. Inflation, consumer debt, and building emergency savings are some of the major roadblocks. The good news is that 75% of people investing feel confident about retiring when and how they want. And we found that people who have a retirement plan feel much more prepared and much more confident.
That's great. And so you brought up the term phased retirement. What is a phased retirement in comparison to a traditional environment of retirement?
Well, over the last couple of years, between the pandemic and record high inflation, it's forced people to really reevaluate their lives, everywhere from where to live, but also how they want to work. And so throughout this, people are approaching their retirement with so much more intention and opportunity than ever before. And with the rise of flexible working options, people can work anywhere. So that traditional retirement view of no longer working at a certain age doesn't have to be. So a lot of people are thinking now, oh, I could actually work, have like a second act.
Oh, interesting. Well, and then with that in mind, you also have a lot of people, according to the study, that retired and then they unretired. Why are people going back to work?
Well, there's two reasons. So this concept of unretiring is gaining traction, and it's evenly divided between financial and personal factors. Among nearly 20% of our respondents who have unretired, 37% said it was to increase income because they needed it for expenses. So just think like a mortgage or healthcare. But then another 37% said they unretired because they needed that activity. But this has also prompted younger generations to really consider retiring sooner because they have this option of unretiring if they want it.
That makes a lot of sense. And you talk about retirement planning. The study also finding that really every generation says they wish they started planning for retirement sooner. What can people do to start that plan, and how important is a plan to aim toward retirement?
Well, just like you just said, everyone said they regretted not kicking off their retirement planning journey sooner, especially boomers and Gen Xers who wish they started 10 years earlier. But it's important to remember that no matter where you are in your retirement savings journey, it's never too late to get back on track. And Fidelity has 3 tips to help you prepare for retirement. First, save as much as you can. Fidelity recommends saving at least 15% of your pre-tax income each year, but it includes any employer match that you might get. And if this still seems like a lot, start small. Every small increase will definitely yield dividends down the line. Second, figure out your investment strategy. And what I mean there is, what is that mix of investments based on how far you are from retirement and how comfortable you are with risk? And this is important because you want to make sure your money is working hard for you. And then lastly, make sure you reevaluate your plan regularly. There are advantages to waiting longer to retire or even considering this phased approach because it allows you to actually keep your savings building longer.
Some great tips there. Rita, really appreciate your time, and thank you so much for joining us on Coin News AM Extra.
Thank you for having me.
Well, for more advice on retirement, IRAs, and to read more about that study, just go to fidelity.com/retirement.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it